Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing: single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about what content we would seek out on a bourbon-themed TV channel. My name is McNeil. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Justine Mays, Bo Cumberland, and Jeff Andreezy.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hey guys.
Hi everyone.
Hey-oh! So yeah, we're going to be talking today about what content would you want on a TV channel dedicated exclusively to bourbon. Bourbon, 24 hours a day. So it ends up being a lot. What would be worth seeing? So should be fun. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, though, Jeff said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, sir?
So we're heading into road trip season here, I think, and I think a lot of this group is on the road quite a bit. And when you are, do you find yourself looking for certain convenience stores when you stop in for, well, gas, obviously, but your snacks? Do you have some favorites?
Okay.
I 100% do. If I'm on the interstate and I'm by myself, I only go to Love's truck stops because they feel safer, like I'm not going to get murdered or abducted. And they're just clean. The bathrooms are so clean at a Love's, and they have good food options. I'm a Love's girl. I will go out of my way to find a Love's truck stop.
Okay. I tend to have a few favorites along the way, and Loves, I like Loves too. They're good, so that they can be one. I also have that Upside app, so I'll use that because sometimes on the convenience stores you can get like 28% back. That ends up being pretty good. You get some beef jerky and some chips and a drink. Well, you get back $3 or $4 or $5, so it's not bad. So
yeah.
That's what I tend to use. Is what's sort of the deals on Upside. So yeah.
Yeah, I stop at Love's as well. When I go to St. Louis, I stop at Wally's because it's the halfway mark between here and St. Louis. And I just experienced my first trip to Buc-ee's when I went to Nashville, and that was pretty spectacular as well.
How much time did you explore, or were you it's never a quick in and out, but how much time were you spending at the Buc-ee's?
We probably spent, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes maybe. And that's going to the bathroom.
Women love Buc-ee's.
No,
I don't.
People will spend hours.
No.
Is that a dude thing at all? Women love Buc-ee's for some reason. My wife loves Buc-ee's. I can't. So I end up having to go to Buc-ee's, but to me, it takes too long. I just want to be back on the road. I'll get gas, get some quick chips, and get out of there. Buc-ee's ends up extending my time.
We stopped on the way to Nashville and on the way home. And on the way home, there was this man. It kills me. Maybe Wally's has it too. I haven't noticed. But Buc-ee's has just shopping carts that they have at the grocery store.
Yeah.
And there was this man.
It's a gas station.
There was this man just going through there, pushing this shopping cart, had food in it, clothes in it, It just
They
everything
make
in it.
so much money.
And
I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's an experience.
He walked up to this woman that worked there, and I had to walk away very quickly because I about died. He went up and asked the woman that worked there where the cinnamon flavored beaver nuts were. And I was just like, oh my God. That was awesome.
Your wife famously loves Buc-ee's. She's a part of the cult, right? She loves that place.
He would be the president of the fan club if they had one.
What do you think hits home for them? What again? My wife likes it too. I'm not saying it's odd or anything. I don't understand. I don't get it myself. Because sometimes there'll be a line. Some of these you go to, you're trying to get off at the interstate, and you're like, holy shit, we're on the shoulder here because there's a line to turn right because that goes towards the Buc-ee's. Yeah.
I will say though, as far as getting in and out of the store, they're kind of like Chick-fil-A. Like you can go in there and it'll be shoulder to shoulder, and there's no room to walk. But
Right.
I've been in there before where it's been like that, and I get what I want, and as long as I'm not shopping or whatever, I can get out pretty quickly. They're good about getting you in and out. Now, getting in and out of once you get back in your car and you're trying to get off the property, that's a different story.
Right.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. It's Heather likes it, so we've taken trips before where we have hit 3 or 4 Buc-ee's in the same day, different. She will search on her phone where the closest Buc-ee's is, and if it's within 20 miles of where we're going, we'll go out of our way to go.
Okay, yeah, go there.
Yeah.
Jeff, you been to a Buc-ee's?
I have not. Still waiting.
Right. Yeah, Jeff doesn't venture very far, and I don't think they're in Minnesota or South Dakota. So that would discount him from running into one of those. They're kind of crazy.
Ohio, and we went to that one too.
Yeah. People go crazy for their food and stuff. I was like, it's not really my thing. Even I don't know. They talk about the Buc-ee's barbecue and that.
I want the brisket sandwich. I got to try it out.
Yeah,
my favorite gas station. If I'm going there, if I'm on a road trip, I'm going just for the food. There's two. There's a store called QT. I don't know if you've been there. QT.
Sure, that's a cult as well.
Quick trip. Yeah.
Wawa. Both of those are freaking delicious.
Okay. QT. Yeah, those that one gets to me a little bit because the employees are so chipper. I mean, I just want to live my day. Hello, sir. How you doing today? Would you like a fresh donut this morning? I'm like, oh my God, just let me alone. I'm just trying to wake up here. I got to get a coffee.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Just let me be. So, Jeff, anything more on this topic? It was your topic. Anything else you want to add?
Up here, you said we don't have the same choices. So, up in Minnesota, a lot of Cenex, and they've really, instead of just being a gas station with bags of chips and pop, they've rebuilt all these fabulous stores with a lot of variety and pretty decent food, and they usually have some branded type of, whether it's some kind of taco stand inside, maybe inside. But when I'm seeing a lot more, and I tend to appreciate a quick trip.
Okay.
So,
He's part of the cult. Yeah.
Do you guys have Leo's where you are, or are they just an Indiana thing?
What would you say? I missed it.
Leo's.
No, I've never heard of Leo's.
They're so good. They have a whole deli situation going on. You can go, it's a gas station, but you can go in, you can get a custom made salad, you can get deli sandwiches made for you.
Okay.
They have pre-made ones too, but you can walk up right up to a counter and they will make it freaking a Chipotle.
My favorite gas stations are in Kentucky because you go in there and they make you a sausage biscuit or whatever, and they're literally cooking the stuff right there. It's not like the shit they get that's microwaved at most gas stations and or on rollers and that. There's someone actually there cooking the meal for you. That's crazy to me. And there's a lot of gas stations like that in Kentucky, aren't there, Bo?
Oh yeah. I love it.
I know. They're great. They really are. And I think people are there just kind of take it for granted, it's a gas station. Hey, we don't have stuff like that here. It's the food that's available at the gas station. Even the cool places you guys have mentioned, Quick Trips and all that, they tend to be mass-produced, microwaved, on rollers, whatever. Quick Trip has everything on rollers. They got hamburgers on rollers. They
Right.
they got like, oh, you want chicken wings? Here, it's just like a thing that's filled with like chicken meat and blue cheese and yeah. So they're just sitting there on the roller, just rolling around. So
I also got a shout out to Casey's because they're kind of just, Midwest classic. Their pizza at Casey's just hits sometimes. Like,
Okay.
not on a road trip, just driving
Those things are
around.
popular. I'll give them that. There's a lot of them out there. Yeah. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'm going to go first. I got Old Granddad 114 Single Barrel. This was given to me as a retirement gift from Kent Glover. If you've been forced into retirement because of this show, reach out to Kent and he'll buy you a bottle as well, is my understanding. So,
I'm gonna send me his email address.
right. Hey, Becca complained. He's like, shit, now I got to buy Becca one. I'm like, okay. Well, McNew's going to be at the same event you're going to, too, which he loves McNew. He's always said McNew's his favorite. So he's coming to that event that you and Becca are going to be at. So, yeah.
Well, I hope he brings gifts for both of us.
Well, he listens to the show, so we'll see if he pays attention. We'll see how smart Kent is. If he comes with gifts, he's going to go a long way. So
We both appreciate them.
Right. All right, here's my Old Granddad 114. Let's see what we got here. That was decent. There was a bad squeak there, but you know what? The cork pop wasn't horrible. But let's get Justine next because she's been winning all these things. She can just. I feel like if I can make it through Justine, I can beat the rest of you. But Justine's going to be the tough one here.
I have Old Monroe Bourbon Whiskey. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is barrel number 112.
Okay. Yeah, that is a good one. Oh, shit. She got me. Even with an old bottle. I thought I had it because I thought with the old bottle I'm going to have this thing. But sure enough, she got me. So, Bo, you're next.
Mine's just a 375, but it's the Angel's Envy Bottled and Bond Cask Strength.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's really good.
No, nothing going on with your cork pop. McNew, you're next.
Have a Larceny BP.
Okay. Nothing there on the BP. Last is Jeff Endersey. Jeff, what do you got?
I've got some Elijah Craig single barrel 18-year-old.
Okay, fancy. It looks new.
It's pretty new.
That was cute, though.
That was like two cork pops, both of them very cute.
I'm the king of cute tonight.
Yeah, but it's not going to be enough. Justine continues her domination, 4 for 4. So, cheers to her.
Cheers.
Next show, we'll see if she can do the Stan Musial. He was known for going 5 for 5 in baseball games, so we'll see if she can accomplish that. But for now, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about what content would you like to see if there was a 24-hour bourbon TV channel. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. Break. What, small talk, Darren? You got something?
Yeah.
That sounds like it's going to be horrible.
Yeah. I still haven't thought of anything.
And you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Well, welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about what content should be on a bourbon-themed TV channel.
Yes, we are. This is interesting. I mean, I got a million ideas, and, you know, I'll probably only come up with 3 on here while we're doing this, but I could come up with a million. But I want to hear from you guys. What kind of stuff would you like to see? Because I could be overbearing on these things. So what do you guys like?
Well, if it's a 24-hour type of channel,
Uh-huh.
I'd be looking for some variety. So it's
right.
You know, maybe it's going to be some bourbon news.
Okay.
But you couldn't have bourbon news 24/7 and come up with enough stuff.
No, I do like the idea of a bourbon news show. You know, half an hour a night. There's always enough going on to create a half an hour.
Something to put something out there.
Yeah.
I'll just throw that one out there for right now.
That's good. That's good. That's a solid one. Definitely was on my list. Bourbon news for sure.
You know, I like one of my kind of, I don't know if you'd call it guilty pleasure or whatever, but it's just like those shows you sit down and you just kind of watch. You don't have to invest anything in it, but it's like these travel shows or these these kind of shows where, you know, somebody's going into a city and you know, exposing kind of what the city's known for, kind of thing. I would love to see a show like that. And you and I had actually, we did like a pilot show for one, and then it just the talent didn't work out, but I thought that was really cool. Like, you know, the person would go into the distillery and kind of do what work at the distillery for a day and kind of do that kind of thing. And I think that'd be kind of cool. And even like what you're talking about, like your Copper Road, like having a show where people go in and you see them doing these experiences and stuff like that. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, number one thing, if this channel exists ever, Bo Cumberland should be put on staff for sure. He should be just creating. He'd be the Ken Burns of the Bourbon Channel, whatever.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think too, and I think we talked about it before on a show, but I think it would be interesting to see people do picks.
Yeah. Well, that might be kind of fun. Yeah, you could probably make some money off that too. Then, get part of it, get part of the picks. But yeah, it's definitely fun to see the experience and how it works. And that'd be a good show.
You know, like when people watch shows and they become like, you know, fanatics of these shows, people would certainly watch these shows and then they would have to get the bottle that, you know.
Right. That's, yep.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, that's a great idea. One I definitely had not thought of for sure. So, I mean, you got to have a show called like The Legends, right? Where it's just long form interviews. It's not a half hour show. It's an hour and a half show or something like that. And you really get into, you know, just hearing people tell their stories and stuff like that. And I think that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also would like something maybe called Live from Louisville. There's so many talented people that play music and stuff like that, and we could have, you know, Bernie Lubbers and other people. You got Jason Bronner now. He's got Opie's Tackle Box. Him and Weebrink are out there touring in their new band. Yeah. Weebrink's the lead singer.
Opie's Tackle Box?
Opie's Tackle Box is the name of it.
Interesting. That's exciting.
That is exciting. So, yes. Yeah.
How about some things for some light light content? You mean, can you have a game show? Could you
Yeah,
have, I mean,
100%.
maybe a cooking show where bourbon is always going to be featured somehow?
I love that idea. Cooking show where bourbon is always used. Yes, I like it. And you know, the game show, you don't have to just be like, oh, it has to be bourbon themed. No, it could be where every time it's people from the bourbon industry are playing. You know, you tune in, you're watching a traditional game show, maybe, and it's not going to be the ones that exist, but say it was a Wheel of Fortune, and the people that are playing, it's going to be, you know, Bernie Lubbers and Stephen Fonte and Stephen Beam. That's those three are playing Wheel of Fortune on the Bourbon Channel.
Or like a family feud, like distillery staff versus.
Yeah.
That would be
distillery staff would be fun for sure. Sure.
Price is Right. Guess the cost of the bottle.
There you go.
Yeah. They've always should have done, and somebody should be working on it already, a documentary. There should be documentaries as part of this, but one of them should be the work that gets put into the relay race at the Bourbon Festival. That's such a big deal. You know, they all take it so seriously. They practice. It's like their Olympics, and you know, people like, you know, Max Shapiro of Heaven Hill wants to win, and you can tell that story. You can talk about the owners of the companies, how they want to win, and why it's important to them, and you can show the stories of the staff. And I'm sure there's, you know, anytime, just like the Olympics, it ends up, you know, pulling at your heartstrings. I'm sure there's stories of those sort of humankind stories that are the people that are competing in this that you could open up and tell too, in addition to everything that goes on with the contest. So yeah.
I think that you guys need to, and this could probably be something on that channel as well, but the next time you guys film one of your documentaries.
A documentary, yeah.
The next time you guys film one, you should also have someone filming you to have like behind the scenes of filming and like outtakes of like when people screw up or tell a joke or just fun shit that happens.
Yeah. Or like in interviews with you both, like, you know, like on reality shows, like where they go into like this room where you'd be like, Bo really pissed me off today. And Bo could be like, Steve was such a
confessional.
Right.
Like
confessional booth.
Yeah. You know, one of the things in the morning could be, you know, a show like the Bourbon Daily, a fun, lighthearted one, like they used to do on ESPN with Mike and Mike and something, you know, back in the day. It could be similar to that, but more bourbon focused, Bourbon Central and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I have two ideas also. Okay. So they're just niche and they're things that I like. So I like ghost hunting shows, but like bourbon is so old. The land in Kentucky is so old. So what if we took like a ghost hunting team into a rick house or a distillery?
Sure.
But we get some history with it.
I think that's good.
The distillers and
there's a big audience for that.
Yeah, and then we like take in the equipment or whatever, and we do ghost hunting at rick houses, and I think that would be a fascinating season.
I do too.
Yeah,
I like it.
I am signing up to participate in that.
Yeah, it would be a blast. I think that would be so good, and you could do multiple seasons of it. We're not getting Zach Baggins because fuck that guy, but we're going to get like good people. We can get Ken. Let's see if Ken will come back to Canada.
Okay.
But also, I think we should do like a Real Housewives of Bourbon, like wives of distillers' wives. Although I'm sure most distillers' wives actually have jobs, or you know, they're not just housewives. But I would be fascinated to like drama, like especially the Louisville area, of just like the inner drama of, you know, just how these people live. Like I would love a reality show of it.
Okay, yeah, reality show.
I think some educational from a practical standpoint, not just learning the history, but mixology. And let's have some basic drinks. I could see a 3.5 hour show, 10 minutes for 3 different drinks. One just very basic. Someone comes in and amps it up. One more, and then someone comes up and just makes a amazing cocktail. You know, something like that you could try to apply in your own life. You know.
Yeah. There could be, you know, when you get in these specialty shows, because again, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there's a lot of programming that you've got. And then could be some that are seasons, they want breaks. So then you got to have other shows that are coming on during their breaks and stuff like that. So, you know, like a bourbon science show might have somebody that's really good at explaining science. There's so much different things you could do and explain and stuff like that. And, you know, go to different distilleries and talk about what they do. And I think it would be fascinating.
Here's the only thing. I don't think it needs to be 24 hours. Here's what happened.
Okay.
At 11 o'clock at night, the programming stops. And then from 11 o'clock at night till, say, 6 in the morning, it's just one static shot of Steve sitting by a fire drinking.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
All right.
have y'all seen that? There's like a 10-hour video of what's
Yeah.
his name? Like Ron Swanson sitting
Yes.
by a fire.
Really?
drinking whiskey.
Okay.
Like,
That could fill in.
Yeah.
For sure, like Saturday nights when everybody's lit and stuff like that, that would work out well, I feel. That'd be good.
It would be cool to do. I mean, even if it wasn't like, I mean, I guess I would need a channel, but to do just like Shark Week.
Shark Week.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just have like one whole week of like
Sponsored by Jefferson's.
different shows, and then next year when you do the week again, and during the day you can show last year's episodes, and then the new ones air at night.
Okay.
I do like that. And I also like the idea of doing like a competition week. Like, we're on a quest to find the best old fashioned in Louisville, and we're going to these bars and restaurants, and we want the best one in Cincinnati and Lexington and Indy and St. Louis. Like, we're traveling all these cities.
Yeah.
Best old fashioned in them. I think that could be a fun series.
Bruce Clough will be our host.
Yep.
Bruce would be, oh God, he's going to find us the worst though. That man has the worst luck. I love you, Bruce. Maybe he will get lucky if he's the host.
Find a good one.
We'll finally get a good one.
I've always thought about starting my own channels. Not going down the path of doing just this idea. It's such a cool idea. Never about bourbon. But one of the shows I always wanted to do would be like overnights, like Bo was talking about, putting a static of me on there. I always wanted to have like an hour show at like 2:00 in the morning on a Saturday night into Sunday. And it was just Elvis doing his karate moves. I just could watch. It's just archival footage of Elvis doing his karate moves on stage, because I just love that shit. He's all bloated and in a jumpsuit. He's doing, making his moves, and it just cracks me up. In a drunken stupor, I could just sit there and watch that. I'd be entertained. And even if it's the same next weekend, it doesn't matter. Hey, you want to come over and watch this? We got the Elvis karate move shows on.
Steve, this is brilliant, because you remember the show Ridiculousness, right? Where they
sure.
clips of people being dumbasses. There's an Instagram page called Drunk People Doing Things, and we could just have a post and be like, we would show videos of drunk people doing things, and it would be like Ridiculousness or Jackass.
Yeah.
And that would be entertaining for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's true.
You said there's a million ideas, Steve. I think there's probably 1,000,010, because it could be endless.
If the right person was the programming director, it could be amazing. It really could. And it would be fun, and I think you could do things well enough where it could extend beyond just people who identify as bourbon fans. I think that if you do the content right, you can get others watching as well. So, fun stuff. So there you go. There's some ideas, and we had a lot of great ones. Everyone contributed too. This was really a good show. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, Bo.
I'm on all the socials under My Journey Through the American Spirit, and sometimes I'm under Bourbon Sasquatch.
Justine.
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Maze.
McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm going to be an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley across all social media. ABVnetwork.com, that's where we put our content, so that's easy to find. ABVBarrelShop.com, imagine that, a place called the ABV Barrel Shop at ABVBarrelShop.com. And there's a lot going on there, too. We always put what we have in inventory. We try to keep that up to date and what's out there, so please check us out online, ABVBarrelShop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.